Alright guys, welcome to the COVID sessions. This is a broadcast coming from one of the studio spaces in my home. This is our new classroom. By that I mean to continue our studies we'll be using video lectures like this one, or maybe a video demonstration. I'll also be providing digital handouts. You'll receive those via email or Google Drive. You can print them if you want to and put them into your sketchbooks. I'll also support our learning with one-on-one video and voice check-ins with you guys. In other words, your experience at Marquette High is going to continue in many ways. It'll feel similar to the way I ran the classroom in the studio. However, unlike your experience at Marquette High, we're exiled from all the people and many of the materials that you guys have grown accustomed to and really depend on to do the class that we're involved in. This may feel to you a little bit like artistic censorship, like you've been robbed or cheated out of something. But I want you to think of it not like censorship. I don't want you to feel cheated. I want you to consider these things like a series of limits or a set of constraints. Artists and designers, we love constraints. Every material, every process we work with, every project that I engage in, it has limits and boundaries. The materials that you've used so far this semester, each one of them has boundaries. We can't push it further than our own engagement with the material. So the way artists and designers kind of work through this stuff is we out-imagine our limits, or we imagine ourselves out of them. This is how I want you guys to consider it, and I don't want you to treat that gift lightly, and I also don't want you to scoff at the opportunity to use that gift. Each course and project is going to require some specific supplies. I provided some of them in your art kit. Other supplies you will improvise just out of what you can find around your house or out of your immediate surroundings. It's important that you set up a good studio workspace conducive to the type of work that we do and your unique needs to the specific class you're in. Consider the space that you have grown accustomed to at Marquette High. Things like a sturdy workbench, lots of elbow room. Consider what sort of lighting you have in the space. Maybe you need wireless connectivity, or anytime you happen to be using potentially dangerous tools, what and who's around you. I also want you to be realistic about the materials and processes that you will not have access to. Some of you will have access to the software, some of you will not. Some of you will have extra tools at home, maybe beyond our basic art kit, and some of you won't. I want you to be honest with me about your limitations. Tell me in the one-on-one voice chats what you feel like you just cannot do. I want to hear you through that stuff. Just understand that I'm always going to push you to outthink and out-imagine those limitations. Your first assignment, guys, is going to address two basic artistic concerns. One is I want to make sure that you've got your kit and your space set up to do the rest of our projects, do the rest of our work together. In other words, show me your studio. And I want you to prove it to me. And the way that we're going to, one of the ways that we'll use for you to sort of prove that your work is ongoing is that you're going to photograph your studio space and yourself in your studio space. I want you to make sure that you include all the tools that you think you need to complete the course. The obvious examples, right, would be if I gave you an art kit, I want to see your art kit in the studio. And those photographs you'll post to Google Drive. I shared a turn-in folder with you through your email, and you'll post that photograph by the end of the week. All right, guys, Godspeed.